Rev Limiter, and away they go. Rico gets moving, but Alvaro Carpe it is. Carpe is the man who's got the hammer down, comes around the outside and hangs on to the lead.
Wow, very steadily through turn one for quite a few riders there. Another sluggish start, unfortunately, for Max Quiles there. Off suffer a similar fate to Joel Pons, but Quiles then, he's in fifth now. Got to keep an eye on him. It didn't really matter too much back in the Mans, that sluggish start, but as we got the rider
quickly, and it didn't work out for him. But no, I'm not sure they... Anyway, Quiles is in fourth place. He's obviously gained that. It is Rico Semella, the race.
Oh, and he clearly just slid out quite a high speed there. Not used to... Well, we see quite often see crashes like that. Cormac Buchanan, his great mate, will be...
For the Indonesian, but he was very good in practice.
A couple of riders still in the background as well. Oh, dearie me. Sorry, Peter. A few riders down. Lead the way.
Yes, he is, and superb. It's the Spaniards, Uriarte, Carpe and Quiles. Patamara in a very strong fourth place. Peroni is there.
And it's Jack Poitezan, the Thai rider, that went down with him, unfortunately, but it says both riders. And he's followed by Veda Pratama, Stand Up Indonesia.
And that is Jack. He's obviously okay and trying to get...
I'm on the wrong bike. Oh, dearie me.
Oh, well, that's an absolute classic. We've seen that nearly happen in other races. Pratama now, as I said just before the race, Brian said that, you know, he just didn't get it all together for qualifying. Well, he's got it all together now, but Quiles comes underneath him to take the lead.
Because here he is, a lap later, leading the way. I would say that probably is a bit of improvement for him then. Keeping it calm, not getting too flustered. Of course, race one last year in the rain, with those long lap penalties he had after tension, winning the race in Sunday as well.
Right, so eyes on number 83, Alvaro Carpe. He's passed Patamara, he's up. He is the man to watch because he knows he cannot let Quiles go away. He knows that Quiles was doing those laps on his own, and he cannot allow...
Take the victory in the form of Alberto Ferrandez. We're seeing another 54 up the sharp end as well, the Indonesia, but look at that
here, because I think Richard Moodley picked up about 4 bike slipstream, and then they all fanned out across the track, about 5 abreast there on the... Richard Moodley gets pushed out of third place.
And I've got to remember, last year Ruche Moodley missed this round after a go now.
Right, and Valentin Peroni got it all wrong there, ran wide, and Maximo Quiles went underneath him, so it is the 28 of Quiles.
Order then, Hakim Danish, he started in 6th place, been pushed down to 10th now, which he'll be disappointed with. Christian Daniel up from superb FP2 for him, saw him in 5th place overall.
And what is it, we've got about 10 bikes there that haven't... Quiles a bit wide, allowing Alvaro Carpe to get for the final drop down left-hander. 51 is Brian Uriarte.
0.2 was Max Quiles' lap last time around. See what they do this time as they cross the line. The Italian, Giulio Pugliese, in 12th place.
That is sensational, isn't it? What a pack. Straight Alvaro Carpe in 2nd place. Ruche Moodley, a strong-looking 3rd place.
Leonardo Zanni taking a few places up towards the front of this group in the battle for the win.
Yeah, just a pack there. What
Guillaume Plong has had a sensational first few laps. He's up from 22nd on the grid to 10th position. Milan Pavelec up to 15th as well.
And it's still Maximo Quiles on the 28 who leads ahead of Alvaro Carpe. South African helmet looking for a way past.
Also looking down in the order as well, 13th off the back of this Allen Cup, the other big championship. He races in the Junior GP. A little bit off the boil here this weekend, I would say. He got
out onto the start and finish straight. 10 laps, soon it'll be 9 laps remaining. Still plenty of action left in this race. Maximo Quiles
manages to park it straight in the middle of the corner, doesn't he? Brilliant stuff from Quiles. I thought he maybe left it a little bit too late there and was going to go off to the car park.
At the end, do you think?
Yeah, who knows? I mean, there's so much time spent on the side of the tyre here at Mugello, isn't there? So fast and flowing. You don't want ridiculously beyond track limits.
Right. If you're going to use the track limits, you might as well, mate.
Yeah, you might as well, exactly. But he qualified that in free practice.
Yeah, that's right. And as I say, Quiles was on his own, and I think, you know, he was planning to be able to run away from them. But either he's 2nd place comes Brian Uriarte.
Leonardo Zanni moves through on, I think that was
sweeping through that right again. You know, they're up through the gears here. They get up or braking hard and back into 2nd as they go into the beginning of this left-hander. Up into 3rd as they drop down the hill. 5th to 6th. 230 kilometers an hour, 143 miles an hour. They're slipstream across the start and finish line. It's who's the latest on the brakes?
Looks like it's Carpe, or is it Quiles? Quiles moves up the inside of Ariarte, then because sensational.
Absolutely superb stuff. Absolutely nobody seems to have an advantage at the moment, and they have. He's in 8th place, and the whole pack behind him, another 5 guys. So it could still build into an.
But P8 and about 1.6 seconds off the lead is doing him very, very well indeed.
So Maximo
going through Arrabbiata 1 and 2, and there we go. Quiles using it completely to his advantage and overtakes Carpe for the lead.
Especially if you're picking up the slipstream as well as he did. So Quiles has the advantage now, but only just from Carpe, Uriarte, Pratama.
As well to Veda Pratama in 4th. This is the best we've seen of him. We quite often see him in the opening laps fighting up towards the front, but normally about this time he's moving on. He finished in 7th place, so really good stuff from him. You might remember, Peter, a few years ago a young Tayo Furusato came onto the Rookies Cup.
I don't know, it's something, isn't it? Because certainly, as you say, Furusato, that was sensational what he did that day. Anyway, they fan out across the track. Who's going to be last?
Straight through in towards the front. Brilliant from the number 54. As I said, last year in race 1 at Mugello, a number 54 took the victory, but 51, Ariarte, your winner.
And again, number 28 is off on the green, Maximo Quiles. I wouldn't be surprised to find him get a warning very shortly. Unfortunate, we see to the pits here. Back with the leaders. Whoa, it is the 54 of Veda Pratama back in front again. 3
abreast into Arrabbiata, leading the way. The rider with the praying mantis on the back of his helmet. I'm not sure what adjective I can use from a praying mantis, but hey, it's so
either. It still is, Carter Thompson and co within the chance of being in the big battle here.
The pace is getting a lot of minute lap times, and that's about what they're running now. So the pace is getting better and better.
Right, they're down through the big sweeping left-hander, and the 15-year-old. He has the advantage, and the guys know they've got to go after him.
There we are, the Spanish trio are coming after him. He's on the inside of that turn there, you can see that from the rumble strip there. They've got a grandstand view of this amazing action.
And it is now 30
distance now, and it's started to heat up already. No sign of the rain or thunderstorms. It's all hell for leather as we finish this race.
And Quiles has, come ease. Yeah.
Get off! Thank you, into pit lane. There we are.
That's good. He had gone so well. He fell off in the first race in Jerez, got then a 12th, a 9th and an 8th, and was obviously looking to...
San Donato they come.
And who's late on the brakes? Is it the 54 of Veda Pratama?
Ooh, who are we looking forward from? Is that Quiles? I think it is, towards Alvaro Carpe. Yeah,
it certainly is. Brian Uriarte in front. The 83 of Alvaro Carpe in a very close second.
Danish, Thompson, Pugliese, Plonk and Quiles goes beyond track limits, but not onto the green, crucially.
No, that's right, onto the red, and that's...
Fans, KJ Monignane has crashed out, but rider okay. Back at it tomorrow, KJ.
Right, the quick Bertha is in 3rd place, ahead of the 83 of Alvaro Carpe. Two-thirds of a lap to go.
Here we go then. What about Quiles through Arrabbiata? What a great result for him. But back at the front we are. Moodley making a bid for the win. Carpe goes wide. It's chaos, Peter.
It is indeed. And just who's going to lead into that last corner? And talking tricky, if you're the leader into the last corner, you can get slipstreamed across the start and finish line. Brian Uriarte is up into 2nd place, ahead of Alvaro Carpe. It's the Spaniards who...
Pembalap Indonesia Veda Ega Pratama berhasil mencatatkan rekor luar biasa pada gelaran Rookie Cup di sirkuit Mugello kali ini. Sempat berada di posisi pertama hingga lap terakhir, Veda Ega harus menerima kenyataan pahit setelah menyentuh pembalap lain pada tikungan. Sempat turun di posisi ke-10, Veda Ega pun langsung membayarnya dengan hasil istimewa, yakni dengan finish di urutan kelima. Hasil luar biasa Veda Ega itu pun membuat komentator Rookie Cup takjub dengan aksi Ega sangat istimewa untuk sekelas pembalap Rookie atau pemula. Wajib kita nantikan aksi istimewa Veda di race 2 Rookie Cup di sirkuit Mugello pada hari Minggu. Kita dukung terus perjuangan Veda dengan terus mensupport dan mendoakan Veda untuk naik podium. Red Bull MotoGP Rookie Cup melanjutkan putaran ketiganya yang akan berlangsung di sirkuit Mugello, Italia. Pada hari Jumat kemarin, para peserta telah menjalani sesi latihan bebas 1 dan 2 serta kualifikasi. Hasil cukup baik diraih pembalap Indonesia, Veda Ega Pratama. Setelah kesulitan pada FP1 dan FP2 di mana Veda terlempar dari posisi 10 besar, namun pembalap asal Gunung Kidul itu menorehkan hasil lebih baik saat kualifikasi. Veda dengan nomor start H54 berhasil menempati posisi ke-7. Tentu saja ini menjadi langkah awal yang bagus bagi pembalap binaan Astra Honda Racing Team tersebut. Start dari 3 baris terdepan bisa menjadi modal untuk mendulang podium. Saat ini, putra dari mantan pembalap nasional Sudarmono itu menempati posisi ke-9 klasemen sementara dengan 20 poin. Perjuangan Veda untuk mengibarkan bendera merah putih di kancah dunia tentunya masih sangat panjang. Pembalap asal Indonesia, Veda Ega Pratama siap menghadapi putaran ketiga Red Bull Rookies Cup 2024 yang akan berlangsung di sirkuit Mugello. Sebagai pendatang baru di ajang bergengsi ini, Veda Ega telah menunjukkan performa mengesankan dengan berhasil mengumpulkan 20 poin dan menempatkan dirinya di posisi ke-9 klasemen sementara. Debut Veda Ega di Red Bull Rookies Cup 2024 memang luar biasa. Di tengah persaingan ketat dengan para pembalap muda berbakat dari berbagai belahan dunia, Veda mampu menunjukkan kemampuan yang luar biasa di atas lintasan. Dengan total 20 poin yang berhasil diraih, Veda membuktikan bahwa ia adalah salah satu pembalap yang patut diperhitungkan di ajang ini. Putaran ketiga yang akan berlangsung di sirkuit Mugello menjadi tantangan berikutnya bagi Veda. Sirkuit yang dikenal dengan lintasan cepat dan tikungan tajam ini akan menguji kemampuan teknik dan strategi dari setiap pembalap. Dengan pengalaman dan kepercayaan diri yang semakin meningkat, Veda diharapkan dapat tampil lebih baik dan bahkan berpeluang untuk meraih podium. Performa Veda yang konsisten sejak awal musim ini tidak hanya memberikan harapan besar bagi dirinya untuk tampil lebih baik lagi. Kejuaraan Red Bull Rookies Cup 2024 kembali digelar akhir minggu ini, 1-2-5-2024. Berlokasi di sirkuit Mugello, artinya akan bareng kejuaraan MotoGP Italia 2024. Ada satu pembalap Indonesia di ronde Red Bull Rookies Cup Italia. Ia adalah Veda Ega Pratama. Veda Ega Pratama pembalap asal Gunung Kidul, Yogyakarta itu tidak takut lawan yang lebih berpengalaman. Veda Ega Pratama merupakan rookie alias debutan di ajang balap Eropa tersebut. Pada race 2 Prancis yang digelar di sirkuit Le Mans, Veda berhasil finish posisi 7. Cuma terpaut sekitar 2 detik dari pemenang balapan, Brian Uriarte. Kini pembalap kelahiran 23 November 2008 itu menempati peringkat 9 di klasemen dengan koleksi 20 poin. Hasil ini terbilang fantastis karena lawan-lawan Veda Ega Pratama lebih berpengalaman di balap Eropa. Contohnya adalah penguasa klasemen di posisi 1-2 yakni Maximo Quiles dan Alvaro Charpe. Maximo Quiles sudah masuk musim ketiga alias sudah main sejak 2022. Sementara Alvaro Charpe memasuki musim kedua. Dua pembalap Spanyol ini masing-masing sudah cukup berpengalaman di Red Bull Rookies Cup. Makanya Veda Ega Pratama dengan status debutan di balap Eropa tapi bisa ikut barisan depan tergolong fantastis. Apalagi ia harus cepat adaptasi dengan motor yang berbeda. Serta sirkuit-sirkuit yang berbeda pula dari ajang balap Asia. Gelaran MotoGP Italia 2024 akan padat dengan rangkaian lomba dari 5 kategori yaitu MotoGP, Moto2, Moto3 di level Grand Prix serta Moto E dan Red Bull Rookies Cup. Pembalap asal Indonesia, Veda Ega Pratama akan berlomba dalam debutnya di kejuaraan pra-MotoGP yaitu Red Bull Rookies Cup. Dalam musim debutnya, Veda Ega Pratama yang masih berusia 15 tahun itu sudah menunjukkan kecepatan dan bahkan langsung merebut posisi keempat dalam kualifikasi pertamanya. Namun, balapan bukan hanya soal kecepatan. Walau sudah merasakan posisi 3 besar pada lap pertamanya, awal musim Veda diiringi dengan rentetan kecelakaan. Untungnya, grafik pembalap asal Wonosari itu terus naik dengan finish ke-11 dalam race 2 seri Jerez, lalu ke-10 dalam race 1 seri Le Mans, dan ke-7 dalam race 2 seri Le Mans. Juara Asia Talent Cup dengan rekor poin tertinggi dalam semusim itu pun ingin terus berkembang dan tidak terlena. Hasilnya bisa saja lebih baik tetapi saya akan belajar dan mencoba untuk melakukannya dengan lebih baik di Mugello, tandas Veda, dilansir dari situs Red Bull Rookies Cup. Dalam karir balap Veda Ega Pratama di Rookies Cup, finish posisi 7 pada race 2 di sirkuit Le Mans adalah capaian terbaik Veda di Red Bull Rookies Cup 2024. Sejauh ini setelah pada 3 balapan sebelumnya ia gagal finish dan menempati posisi 11 pada race 1 dan race 2 di sirkuit Jerez 2 pekan lalu. Dan juga finish posisi 10 pada race 1 di sirkuit Le Mans, Sabtu, 11 Mei 2024. Pembalap 15 tahun itu mengatakan pada race 2 di sirkuit Le Mans, menurutnya ia mampu finish lebih baik dari hanya posisi 7 andaikan tidak membuat kesalahan pada 2 lap terakhir yang membuatnya tertinggal dari rombongan pembalap di depannya. Saya berhasil masuk ke grup terdepan dan itulah yang perlu saya lakukan, kata Veda dilansir dari laman resmi Red Bull Rookies Cup, Minggu. Hanya di 2 lap terakhir saya melakukan kesalahan dan saya kehilangan grup dan harus berjuang kembali di lap terakhir, tambahnya. Juara Asia Talent Cup 2023 dengan rekor mengesankan itu lalu mengatakan akan terus belajar pada musim debutnya di kompetisi balap Eropa yang melahirkan pembalap-pembalap MotoGP seperti Johan Zarco, Brad Binder, Enea Bastianini, Pedro Acosta hingga Jorge Martin ini. Di Red Bull Rookies Cup, saat ini Veda berada di posisi ke-9 klasemen sementara dengan 20 poin, terpaut 54 poin dari pembalap Spanyol Maximo Quiles yang ada di posisi pertama. Pembalap muda Indonesia Veda Ega Pratama sedikit menyesalkan hasil seri kedua race 2 Red Bull Rookies Cup 2024 di sirkuit Le Mans, Prancis. Saat ia finish di posisi 7 meskipun pada saat yang sama ia mengatakan, "Saya senang dengan balapan dan hasilnya." Pembalap muda Indonesia, Veda Ega Pratama, tampil semakin baik pada balapan Red Bull Rookies Cup 2024 yang kini sudah menyelesaikan seri kedua. Ia finish di posisi ke-11 pada race 2 seri pembuka di sirkuit Jerez 2 pekan lalu dan finish di posisi ke-10 pada race 1 seri kedua di sirkuit Le Mans, Prancis, pada Sabtu, 11 Mei 2024. Pembalap 15 tahun itu kemudian menajamkan catatan balapnya dengan finish posisi 7 pada race 2 seri kedua di sirkuit Le Mans, Minggu, 12 Mei.